Think of your life as if you were a big, strong rock. Over time, if this said rock were to go through weathering and erosion, in the first 2 months, the rock will basically remain the same. There won't be much change to it. But let's say erosion keeps happening for a span of 5 years. Over a long period of time, you will notice wear and tear of the weathering on the rock. You will see that the rock has gotten deformed, smaller in size, and next thing you know, the rock is fully submerged in the water like every other rock that has been worn out over time. This analogy perfectly correlates to the life of a human and the choices they make in the span of their life. Let's say when you wake up, the first thing you do is eat donuts. You then shower and go to work. Once you get back from work, instead of going to the gym, you decide to have a couple beers to relax, and after that, you spend the rest of your day playing video games with the boys. This is your daily routine. In 2 months, there won't be much of an effect on your life. But next thing you know, 5 years have passed, you are overweight due to the junk food and alcohol, you have pimples all over your face, and you're still wasting your life playing video games with the boys. Just like the rock that was eroded away, your destructive habits have molded you into a lazy, unmotivated bum. On the other hand, let's say you're eating healthy, working out daily, and working on a business. In 2 months, you might not have seen much improvement, but that's normal. But in the span of 5 years, you would have built the body of a Greek god. Your business would have started to build traction, and you will find yourself more fulfilled than ever. Just due to your positive habits over time, you would have molded yourself into a beast of a person, and you will stand out amongst everyone else who decided to partake in shitty habits. And as a rock, you will stand out amongst all the other eroded rocks that have collapsed. This is the hidden power of small choices. Small choices become actions, actions become habits, and habits become our way of life. I wish someone would have told me the power of my choices back when I was a senior in high school. This is when I started to get into smoking the green with my friends. The small choices I made then became habits, and those habits became my lifestyle. What started off with me smoking once a week, then turned to 2 times a week, 3 times a week, and next thing you know, I was smoking the green damn near every day of the week. I remember getting home from school every day, and the very first thing I would do is hit up my friends and ask them to spark up every single time. With these destructive habits, in a span of week, there wasn't much change to my avatar. But after a couple months, I was a completely different person mentally and physically, and the change was pretty shocking. My smoking habits made me lose a lot of weight. I was literally a lanky stick and only ate when I was high. I got very pale, my grades started to drop, my testosterone was low, I was insanely sleep deprived, I never did any exercise, and my mentality got screwed up. This is what happens when you make the wrong choices in life. You will be set in the wrong path, and it will become routine. And this is when it gets dangerous. Once you get in the rhythm of your habits, time will pass, and without knowing it, your habits would have either built you into something great, or your habits would have destroyed you. Since small choices have such a big impact long term, you must use it to your advantage and make the most out of your life. But before I get into that, I want to say that for those who have been overtaken by bad choices in their life, there is a solution. The beauty about the journey of life is that anyone can change the situation they're in. It's never too late to change, and you can start that change today. You must know that you are what you repeatedly do. Let me say that again. You are what you repeatedly do. If you drink consistently, you're an alcoholic. If you work out consistently, you're strong. It's as simple as that. Every action has an equivalent exchange, either positive or negative, and it is up to you what you allow into your life. The crazy thing I've seen is that though we know the negative impact these bad habits have on us, we still partake in them. But here I have a simple solution to that problem. Next time you find yourself getting urges to partake in a bad habit, you must first notice the urge. Identify what is giving you these urges. Next, you must think about what would happen if you were to partake in the activity. Is it beneficial to you or not? Is this contributing to the life you want to live or not? What will happen long term if you were to continue this habit? After you think about the consequences, you must feel the joy of letting go of the destructive habit. The last step is to repeat this exercise in all aspects of life where you're presented a choice that could negatively affect your life. At first, this will be difficult, but just as a muscle, the more you practice this exercise, the stronger your mind will get. And over time, you will be putting the bad habits aside with ease, and you will be looking for greater habits to partake in. We all have a moral obligation to find meaning in our lives. The majority of the population will spend their teens, 20s, 30s making the wrong choices and just partake in instant gratification activities. In the midst of these shitty habits, they will be blinded to their real purpose in life. Next thing you know, when these people are older, their bad habits have caught up to them out of nowhere, and they wonder why they're so miserable and lost in life. It is because they've never discovered their true purpose on earth. If you're consistently partaking in these numbing activities, you will never find your purpose, because you're being blinded by the destructive choices you're making in your daily life. And this is how the biggest rocks get eroded into nothing over time. And that is the way to an unfulfilling life. Making the right choices in life will clear up your mind. You will find yourself getting closer and closer to your calling in life. And once you discover it, you must pursue it. And that is when you actually start living life. Like a rock, most people erode their lives away and will end up in the water of misery. But you want to be the rock that stands up tall and withstands any type of pressure, while every other rock has been weathered away over time. A good way to inspire you to live your best life is to remember the quote, memento mori. Remember, you must die. You must view death as a beautiful thing. It is the end of your journey of life. And the only way to enjoy the end of your life is to go out and do everything you've ever wanted to while you're able to. If you end up wasting your life in mindless and destructive activities, then you will get older and regret all of your past decisions because you actually didn't live your life to its fullest. You will want to go back to relive your life, relive your youth, relive your 20s, relive your 30s, but there won't be anything you'll be able to do. You have one life. Are you going to waste it like everyone else and erode away into nothing? Or are you going to make the most out of it and be happy and fulfilled? Your choices make you, and you choose what you want to be.